So what's fascinating to me, David, is that's exactly how Satan works. When he tries to give you what he thinks will trip you up. It's a temptation, right? And it pretty soon, if you ignore it and you stay strong in the Lord and you fight the temptation, eventually that no longer becomes a temptation, right? At least to the extent it was. And it's almost like that with social media. It's like, oh, you clicked on this. Okay, well, here's 10 things like it. And it's like, I'm going to try to suck you in deeper. And pretty soon you get yourself into a rut you can't get out of. And it's funny that social media works that way because it's almost like spiritually, that's what happens to us when we fight the enemy.
Can I give you an example?
Yeah.
Can I be vulnerable with you for a second?
Go for it.
Instagram is a cesspool of debauchery.
Oh my God.
Okay? To say the very least.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But I, as guys too,
for sure,
there are tens of thousands, millions of posts of, specifically people posting their bodies, and stuff like that. And, the bikini pictures, blah, blah, blah. Sure. And when you click on one of them as a man, you will get more and more and more that they will feed you. I remember there's one time in my Instagram journey, I would say, where it was so bad in my just the Explorer theme or the search theme where I'm like, God, it's all just crap.
Yep.
So what I did one day is I spent 3 hours clicking on those posts, clicking on them 3 little dots saying, I'm not interested, not giving a reason, or maybe saying I don't feel comfortable or it's irrelevant, whatever, just not something to not give the company a word of product to use, just like saying, hey, I don't want to see this.
Right.
And I did that for 3 hours straight. I refreshed my feed and it was a lot better.
Interesting.
I did it again on another day, 2 more hours. And it basically trained the algorithm on my account to just send me the funny videos, the memes. Right. It's now sending me a bunch of Nintendo Kirby videos and all this random stuff because I send this stuff to people that I know.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, I'm not really into it, but I know they're going to like it, so I'll send it to them. And so I kind of trained the algorithm in a way.
Interesting.
And I think it's really amazing that in terms of ingenuity side of what I would say man has created, it can be trained.
Interesting.
But it incessantly by default will
trip you up,
but also appeal to your most negative traits.
That's a good way to put it.
And so and I know because, and as a guy, you'll get pictures of these girls recommended to you.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's so annoying. And you're like, God, if I have to see the word OnlyFans again or some stupid thing like that, I'm going to tear my eyes out.
Right.
Because the Bible even says it. If your eyes are making you sin, get rid of them.
Sure.
Well, maybe not that. But anyway, I'm just saying that as example because it's important to train your heart. And what I found out through that experience is it was me making a conscious decision to train. I guess my heart, but also just training the algorithm, saying, I don't want any of this crap. Give me funny videos of guys just saying the funniest stuff and doing weird stuff and blowing the fireworks up. That's a lot more fun, or maybe even inspirational stuff or Bible stuff, whatever. It opened my eyes to be it was a great example of training that thing a man thing, a thing that man created, but also it's training your heart.
Yeah. Key phrase.
It's also keeping it's upkeep too. Sometimes another picture will come in and you're like, okay, not interested, get out of here. Because it's always out there.
Right.
So you want to train it and train your heart to kind of get away from that. And in doing so, you will mature and grow and God will do wonderful things in that.
So I think this is one of the root issues of why we have division is it's...
Sorry, I went a long time there.
You're hitting a great point. And the key phrase is train your heart and be intentional. Those are the two things you said.
Yes.
Intentionality and
that's
train your heart.
Me and David love to talk about on this.
Well, it's important.
Because it's important.
Because here's the problem. If I have low-hanging fruit, politics is a low-hanging fruit. Okay? Political ideologies is a low-hanging fruit. Everybody is passionate about something in politics. And you can bring that up and you're going to get 10 times the clicks. And it takes intentionality and self-control to say, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to respond this way on this thread. I'm not going to get upset because they dissed my candidate.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Give it 48 hours, bro.
Oh, man.
And then go back and reply if you want.
Go back and reply after you've gone to the Lord.
Thought about it.
You prayed about it.
You prayed about
then
it.
you go back. David, you're going to say something?
Yeah.
You don't know this? He has a Trump shirt on right now. Just kidding. Just kidding.
It just says... It says Nick Cage for president.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.